has good pairings.
Yeah. It's definitely a very strong pick for Carrier.
I mean, also for D+ as well.
Yeah.
So it could be T1 want to deny it here.
This music is great. I'm really liking this. Nami.
Good vibes.
Going to be banned away.
I think D+ could honestly, I think the suspicion with the Nami ban is that it could have just been like Nami Corki. They could just go Corki here. They could also look to secure the Nico. Nico in a Jarvan is sometimes a little irritating though, because again, the Cataclysm stops you from doing like Rocket Belt combos. You can just get caged and killed. Corki would be like very safe just to pick up here. But Smash confident on the Ezreal is going to lean towards that. And again, you need something mobile into T1's composition to deal with the fact that you're into a Jarvan, an Azir, and an Ambassador already.
We know Smash's Ezreal is great. I
Come
don't
on.
think it should be a big surprise to see him pick it up there, unless
Come on,
it's
come on, come on.
Corki, which might be the pick of Pays. Doesn't have to be, but Corki has definitely been a very strong pick in the AD carry role nowadays. Even just acting alone. Nico is something you've been talking about a lot. That's going to be snatched up there by Carrier.
Yeah, there's a risk here that D+ go Ezreal Karma, and Karma can really punish the Nico in lane, but I think Carrier definitely a player who's confident to take that matchup. The question is, what are you pairing with the Nico? I'm gonna go Jhin. So playing for a bit of lane.
Starke Comp.
Also with the amount of setup your team has already, you
Sehr starke Comp.
follow up. D+ will just go the Karma, yeah. Not too much of a surprise. I think what you kind of need into the Nico to really contest the lane. I think if you go melee support, you're just going to get bullied out completely. Also, the fact that you have like
Gummo. Hallo, hallo, hallo.
the Karma. Enchanters in general with Xin Zhao really.
Ich muss noch duschen nach dem Game, aber.
One thing is that you are kind
That's
of
fine.
lacking CC with this D+ composition. You know, we talk about
Predictions für die Series wahrscheinlich 3-1 T1, to be honest.
for it.
3-1 T1 wahrscheinlich, mal sehen.
So, and your engage is
Mal schauen.
like you've got Shockwave or you've got like Xin Zhao who either directly charges in or like charges up his Q and then flashes on. So it's very easy to see coming. You know exactly what you're going to be looking at.
Dober, danke für den 9. Dankeschön.
A lot of setup
Wo
for
kann man, ja.
your damage dealers as well. They do have a lot of damage in the comp, but I do wonder if they'll be able to actually layer the damage if everybody's moving around on T1.
Yeah, I think for D+ it's going to be important getting to an objective first, landing some poke, and then, you know, when T1 come in, they have to kind of like disengage and peel back and be wary of like approaches from like, you know, a Nico from a flank and stuff like that. I think T1 on the other hand have so many engage options from their composition, so many ways of starting a fight, getting in, and I think their composition as a result
Ist das Cast Draft?
feel a lot easier to play. The only thing I'm really concerned about is, you know, the fact they did let the Rumble.
I mean, DK kann schon gewinnen. Ich glaube nicht, dass es, also, realistisch ist T1-Favorit natürlich.
Be able to hold his own.
Yeah, you know, his Ambessa also.
Realistisch ist T1 natürlich Favorit, aber.
I do think they have tons of damage in that composition and lots of setup in the team fights for the Ambessa to access the back line and do some damage. So definitely feel like T1's comp, especially from ahead, should be in a very good spot. In terms of the lanes, you know, you've got the Rumble winning against the Ambessa, especially early on. The mid lane can be a little bit difficult before level 6 for the Azir. And Ezreal Karma can certainly put on pressure. So DK, they have lanes that can win and get them ahead. And that might be part of their win condition here.
Yeah, that's one of my concerns though, right? We've seen situations where teams have gotten ahead against T1 really far ahead, you know, maybe even 13,000 gold ahead, and then haven't been able to push it over the edge. I do think this isn't that composition though. I do think they have some picks that scale well into the later stages of the game, but you're hoping for early dragon stacking, you're hoping for a strong soul that can kind of just funnel you into the later stages of the game and be confident there. For the side of D+, you really can't afford to make any major missteps.
Never-ending story, limitless. It's a very cool picture. It's, I think it's on all of the fan signs that we do have here.
Ich werde delayed, oder?
When you come into LoL Park, you choose, you know, which team's fan sign you want, and the D+ Kia looks like they just have the logo on the back.
3 Leute am Ende, natürlich. Ich hab mich was angemacht. Was hast du erwartet?
These fans.
Alle DK.
As you guys might have noticed. notice we do have a small delay. Just trying to get back into the match and hopefully get into this game one. We're going to learn a decent amount about what this series is going to look like. I say a decent amount because, you know, yesterday we had Nongshim starting 2-0, and we were like, that's not what anyone really expected, it to be so one-sided. And it kind of looked like it was just going to go 3-0, but then finally KT, you know, woke up and did something and made it a 5-game series. But
another thing to take into account is that we did change patch, and it wasn't the biggest patch in the world that we went on to, but it's still a new patch, and that does mix things up a little bit for these teams. So
Naja, sowas wie Arthur zum Beispiel gebufft, finde ich schon, also der war jetzt, okay, es stimmt schon, es war jetzt kein Riesenpatch so, aber manche Dinge wurden schon, also schon noticeable. Manche Dinge sind schon noticeable.
Really, when we look at this draft, there's too much that's been impacted by here, but definitely teams have taken a little bit of time away. And when you think about it, there has been a decent amount of time since both these teams have played.
Rüssel, danke für den 9. auch, Dankeschön.
And they haven't played since last week. Time to kind of go, okay, new patch, haven't got a lot of time off, a lot of time to scrim, a lot of time to prepare. What are we going on?
Ja, wenn die, hallo Itachi, wenn DK heute gewinnt, dann muss T1 noch in Plains.
Series compared to playing, you know, the 2 times a week best of 3s that we've had in the earlier stages of the LCK Cup.
Hat er hatet. Hat er die Punkte.
There are so many Smash fans. They're all kind of like, there's a big group of them right here. That Korean name that you can see, that's his name. And you can even see the one English sign that's the Smash. Definitely a lot of people jumping on the Smash hype train. Oh, what are we going to get? Doran POM! All right, that is going to be T1's fortune today. That's what she said.
Can't dispute it, you know?
Yeah.
I actually have one of these underneath the caster desk, and that's how I decide my POM. Whenever you hear me like stalling after the game, it's because I'm trying to reach under, grab it, and spin it.
Yeah.
Lasse Dank für den 22. Umo.
The wheel didn't have any options for DK winning. Strange.
Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe she has seen the future as well.
Maybe there's someone on the D+ side who has their own wheel. And that's,
maybe.
Yeah.
They should. I mean, otherwise they're kind of getting out-wheeled. Maybe it's not in their wheelhouse.
Rüssel, danke für die 5, Mann. Dankeschön. Sehr lieb.
I mean, if you don't have a house for the wheel, then, you know, there's not really much wheeling that you're going to have.
Where do you think that fan houses that wheel?
She probably
Ja, gibt irgendein Tech-Issue wahrscheinlich, ne? Also.
It looks pretty delicate.
Ja, gibt irgendein Tech-Issue, pretty sure.
But it does look delicate, you know, especially if you're getting here by public transport. Public transport is great in Seoul, but like, you know, if you're bumping into people, if it's quite busy, especially on the weekend, you do want someone to have a wheel that keeps it safe and secure. So, definitely need to keep that in mind.
Just looking at all the different fan signs. From what I can tell, I thought we were close, but perhaps not.
Oh, Dignitas hat Visas bekommen für Botlane.
So Faker was apparently
Richtig fit, konnte ich schlafen, habe bis 4 auf Gang geschafft, Trottel.
because he did win the season opening event. So that was one of the perks for being the champion.
Yes, that, I assume that's the lid from the dessert.
Yeah.
That's not why we're delayed.
Oh, that's not the dessert, right?
Ha, das heißt, wir haben heute Nacht.
The plastic's
Samuel kommt nicht, ja, das glaube ich auch.
He's not giving out desserts now.
Yeah, he's.
That's just what the sign is referencing.
It would be funny if he just like got off the stage because there was a delay.
Oh,
There it is, I guess. You got some fruit.
Oh, is
as
that
well
the
as,
dessert? There we
some
go.
Cake.
Ah,
I
Interesting.
didn't get any Faker dessert yet.
yeah, well, you didn't deserve it. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it looks like carrot cake maybe, and then we got a pineapple and
Alex Nilbeck sofort die
melon.
Gameplay-Szenen starten, reicht.
Fruit. What's your go-to?
My go-to fruit. I know what yours is.
Really?
Alles Gag.
Well, it is my yes, it is my ID.
I knew it.
It's not my go-to.
I see you eat a banana like every day.
Yeah, it's because they give
Tanuki.
bananas here.
Oh my god,
They don't
Brendan.
give out other fruit.
You can't
okay?
eat something every day and be like, oh yeah, they're just whatever.
I mean, it's only like 3 times a week. I do enjoy bananas. Like, I'm not saying it's I don't like it. It's just not my go-to.
Okay, well, what's your go-to that you eat more than bananas, even though you eat bananas every single day?
You know, I'm a pretty simple guy. It's just apples.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just red apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
I
Safe.
usually eat one right after breakfast.
Okay. I think mine is
Do you eat fruit?
Yes. That's why it's difficult.
It's pretty expensive in Korea. Actually.
Because I have varied taste. You know, I like grapes are good, strawberries are good, blueberries are good. I like mango, but I don't eat it as much because my partner's allergic to it. So it's kind of rubbing
That's
it in.
a problem, yeah.
I just eat it in front of her, and I'm like, hey.
This is great. This is awesome.
This is so
I'm sure
tasty.
she'd love that. Yeah.
Is that a tomato on that?
No, that is a chewy.
Remaking Draft durch die kleine Nische, ja, haben wir uns schon gedacht. Für Scheiße, danke für den zweiten. Haben wir uns schon gedacht, hat er Osset.
Taking Korea by storm. I tried one. It was very mid for me. But again, it depends on the place you get it from, because every place is like if you are a bakery, you have those because it has everybody wants one. They're really expensive as well because the ingredients are very expensive. They're sold out all the time. There's people lining up for them. I'm sure there are places that make it well, but
you'll stick to your banana.
What?
You'll stick to your banana every day. That's what you prefer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my apple.
And your apple.
That I had.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
They do say that. I don't know who made that up, but they do say, you know, apples are really good because they have a lot of fiber.
Wait, there's more of the chewy cookies.
Yeah, there you go. That must be Smash and Showmaker.
Und diese berechnen 1.5. startet sofort das Game. Reicht.
Wow.
Yeah. I would say you should try it just to see what the hype is about. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know, they were fine.
Yeah. Again, it didn't really blow me. Like, I didn't understand why it was so hyped.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's one of those trend things, right?
Yeah.
Where people get crazy on the trend. It's really hyped up. But yeah, you know, it wasn't bad. Just not the craziest thing I've had.
There's a lot of great signs.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of covering other people's signs with your signs.
You know,
that's not part of my.
You know, Ati, the mascot for T1.
Yeah.
LCK, Mine, LCK, LCS, ja.
Looking it out.
Yep.
It was like a big one.
Yep. Und morgen, wenn heute zu lange ist, dann skippe ich morgen wahrscheinlich die ersten 2, 3 Games von LCK. Mal schauen. Mal schauen, wie wir es machen.
Pretty interesting. Okay, guys, we've had a very nice delay, but now we're getting into a very nice game number 1 between D+ Kia and T1.
So, passt. Grüß Windhose.
I do want to clarify, it was like a plush that he was doing that to. It wasn't like the actual person in the mascot costume. I really need to clear that up.
I just thought it was like a picture, you know, like a.
Da haben wir Azure Kammer, die Level 1 des Mantra-Q trifft und Prio bekommt.
On the stream when he was going like this.
Why is he doing that, Tom?
Strong.
What did Ati do to him?
I don't know, but it was pretty funny.
Strong. Ganz anders als gestern schon mal die Azure Kammer.
This is a rough
Komisch.
matchup for the Nico. So carry and pays need to be on their A game to try and outtrade the
Ja, wenn Mantra Q trifft, dann
the Karma Ezreal, sorry. Because you are just outranged. There's a Mantra Q missing, which is
darf nicht passieren.
not a good feeling for
Olli Urlaub, ja. Ich habe das Game nicht gesehen, aber Tragödie. Man kann das Mantra Q verfehlen? Ja.
Struggle in this matchup because career and carrier in American English they're pretty distinct, but I feel like for you they're kind of similar. What do you think?
Korea, carrier, yeah. Korea, carry. Oh my god.
Yeah.
The D+ support. The T1 support.
The Nico.
The Nico.
Yeah.
The Karma. Yeah, it's already.
Ja, Double Range Support bedeutet, du bekommst einmal Prio, du hältst die Prio eigentlich auch.
It's okay. I'm a professional. I can do my job.
But you are also British, so. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Not just saying, you know, I don't know.
I resent the implication.
Faker went for a pretty aggressive trade. See that early on, can be a little bit annoying for the Azir, but
There's been a lot. Oh, there is a darn roam right now. He got early.
Aha.
this
top
legal?
lane.
Like, are you?
Er ist tot einfach, oder nicht? Er ist einfach tot.
He's so deep in this lane, and now he has to all in on a Faker. Takes a turret shot, and he got the kill. Oh man.
Also, okay.
Feels
Well played.
a big flub from T1. I'm gonna be honest. The fact that Showmaker is able to make
Well played. In meinem Kopf ist es kein Solo, also in meinem Kopf ist es 1 for 0, aber well played und Showmaker.
Doran gets the kill, which in terms of gold is good, but he does lose a lot of time in lane, loses some experience and quest progress, right? You get so much passive progress in the top lane, so he's missing out on that. But yeah,
Jemand, der noch mit Flash, meinst wegen Auto-Attack?
hold
Oh, maybe.
in that situation.
I mean, he might have it for level 6. Maybe they can set something up, but yeah, he could have also just potentially flashed. And he's like, what the hell is this?
I think maybe it was just in the mindset of like, if I can save my flash and kill him, that's just game, right? I'm assuming that was like the mindset in this situation, but it ends up backfiring.
Yeah, Showmaker was, I wouldn't say complaining, but he was questioning thoroughly why the Mbessa was mid. As you would. Owner is going to be spotted, but the trade went heavily in Shu's favor.
Yeah, gotta respect the rumble damage, especially as Lucid was on this.
Igitt.
Overthinking it. Going
Darf nicht passieren.
And actually, Kerry has got a amp tome, and Korea's only got that fairy in a bottle. We'll get it.
Yeah. You know, a lot of times
Glowing mode, that's
glowing
it,
mode,
that's
yeah.
it, yes.
Wolf always knows that one, but I just call it fairy in a bottle anyway.
I like fairy in a bottle.
Warte, warum hat er also eine Klopfarmor?
Generally, supports nowadays will go back.
I mean, okay, also bei die Sache ist, Klopfarmor ist schon, du verlierst relativ wenig Geld, wenn du es verkaufst. Right, also du verlierst halt nur 30 Gold. Nee, wie viel Geld? 99 Gold?
What do you mean by that? Is he just okay? He's okay. Owner is here. Lucid is and now he's going to be forced to flash as Lucid extends that.
Nee, du kannst gar nicht, nee, es kann gar nicht sein, dass du für 200 verkaufst es für 210 Gold nur, verlierst 90 Gold, dann wäre es nicht so geil. Dann solltest du so ein halt kaufen, was passt. Hätte aber auch Boots kaufen, warte mal, er hätte actually auch Boots kaufen können. Jetzt ist das. Also er hätte auch Boots kaufen können. Naja. Vielleicht hat er missklickt. Vielleicht hat er missklickt.
When you get like level 5, the Karma Ezreal gets so much power in the Mystic Shot and the I can't remember what the
Du hast halt Sepp.
was called. I'm just gonna call it Karma Q. Yeah, so it does a lot of damage, but Carry and Pay's been finding some good trades, so holding up pretty solidly.
This is a replay.
Inner Flame, oder?
We can see they're still trading, but yeah, they.
Heißt die Q Inner Flame?
Yeah.
But Doran got away, which actually is a win for the Mbessa. But then he did hit level 6 first and misses ult, so does not really able to capitalize
Ich schau nach.
on that just yet.
Yeah. Is it in a flame, is it Q?
Inner Flame, ich wusste es. Ja.
I mean, everybody just knows it as the big magic missile Q thing.
No, it's not Magic Missile, that's an Org.
No, I know, but
In a flame, it is in a flame.
it is in flame. Nobody calls it that.
Oh,
Career's
so
dead.
Guter Gank.
Owner, easy pickup for him. Just
Yeah.
rooted into the flag and drag, and now Smash going to be forced to flash away. Might still die here, as tons of damage is coming out. The flash fourth shot gets the job done.
Ja, I mean, ist gut.
It's 2 kills for
Ist gut gespielt.
bottom lane.
So nice from T1 there, you know, Curate hits the in a flame, but it's just not enough. Not enough to mitigate things.
Dass er wieder stirbt, bin ich, das verwundert mich eher,
Nobody uses that.
dass er wieder noch stirbt.
Bringing it back. No, but Curate pretty overextended. They have deep vision. You can see there's a ward near the tower. There's that control ward in the river. But Ona finds a great angle round the back. The Karma is just immediately dead and then smashed. Despite having
Kein Wort hier zu haben auf der Ramp ist sehr scary für die.
slows him as he's walking, as he flashes over.
Wenn der Jarvan halt umsonst durchlaufen kann.
Finish off. Considering that you took the Karma Ezreal to win lane, this is an absolute disaster for D+ to be in a deficit already here.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that the trade went so heavily to Pays and Keria to begin with, and then obviously Owner was there, so just makes it insult to injury.
Yeah, a little scary there, Ona hanging around. There's a lot of flashless people. I say a lot, there's 2 on D+, and one of them has an arcane shift. But Shiwu was one of them that they could have targeted. There's a lot of flashless people on T1, to be honest, but that's less pressing because there's another Cataclysm to deal with.
Yeah, Doran was like 10 seconds off of his public execution, so not the best timing for Owner to show himself, but
okay,
either
come
way.
on. Korea and Smash, let's see what you can do. We'll see if Korea can hit an Inner Flame. Mantra empowered Inner Flame.
Wow.
Is what we're
yes.
looking for.
Do you know the other ability names?
Inspire is the E.
She may be in a little bit of trouble, but actually,
Habe ich sind so OP. Also Ramen mit Tier 2 Boots ist so dumm.
Shield is Inspire, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. And
Well, Mantra's the ult.
yeah,
The W...
Tether.
Is it just Tether?
I
thought
don't
it
think
was
that's the real
Tether.
name, but that's what everybody
Everyone calls it Tether. I don't want to change that.
like in flame.
Focused Resolve? No one's calling it that.
Kam also als Losing Lane.
Bruh.
Deswegen.
These Qs are not hitting, and now they're trying to bait them. It's a little bit obvious.
Actually, her upgraded Q is called Soul Flare, so
Oh. The ability names change when you upgrade them.
it's getting too confusing.
Gewinnst du View?
Actually in a bit of trouble here, although the equalizer does come down, and now Doran is burning, but he just gets auto to the face, and the Hex Drinker, some serious value in that 1v1.
Yeah, the Equalizer not getting any value at all, really, for Shiwu there. The Hex Drinker coming up clutch. Doran
Was machen wir?
his first item to get that. And yes, he's down a little bit in terms of farm in the matchup, but to be getting a solo kill when you've given over
FFen oder was?
premier top laner off the patch, you gotta be feeling good in Doran's position. Bot lane's going good. Honestly, phenomenal spot considering how
1-3.
it feels easier to play when you get to the 5v5s.
Yeah, it is pretty straightforward. As Faker going to take a bit of damage there, going to peel off of the dragon as 4 members of DK are here. And they do want to respect it after that bit of poke did come through. Things still going very well. It's going to be a force flash. Is
Flash.
right there and ready to follow up if need be.
I think taking a summoner from the Orianna always good. Baiting that flash makes a really vulnerable target into this composition. It's something we talked about in the draft. So means when we get to those 5v5s, you can just start it off targeting Showmaker.
Wo du kurz schon einen Spot in der LCK.
It does give up a lot of pressure, but back in.
Ja, theoretisch gibt's da 2 Buffs, ja. Theoretisch gibt's dort 2 Buffs.
Extend the trade because he doesn't have any cooldowns left, but this matchup's starting to get very scary for Shiwu. I mean, Shiwu was just so low.
Boah, dass der Q da an den Minions aneckt.
Just gets
Eigentlich so lucky.
value. The shield comes up. It was close, to be fair, but just well played there by Doran.
Yeah. Just understanding his kill range. So we do have Lucid pretty far ahead in farm, but Owner's being very active trying to find
Hello.
stuff. But the Void Grubs are going to go the way of D plus Kia. It does look like this first Drake, though, should be traded, so T1 totally fine with this. Getting an early Infernal Drake. The Soul Flare comes over the wall.
Not enough to
peel.
catch it. Oh, they're throwing everything.
And Owner didn't have Smite, so he actually just waited.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah, a lot of farm for Lucid, but still about even in gold with Owner, so not really accruing much in terms of items as an advantage, but he is a level up on the Jarvan. But again, that's not a crazy advantage that you're going to win a game off as of right now. You see Lucid trying to find an angle here, but there's quite a lot in the vicinity, and those traps set up as well.
Yeah. Traps keep them safe. Keria is looking at that direction. Looks like the public execution was used by Doran, so Shiu getting pretty low. Equalizer still held on to.
This top matchup, if you're already struggling this much, it's not going to get better. Like, Doran's going to get his first completed item, you know, assuming he goes Eclipse, and he's just going to start completely decimating the matchup. So I am worried for Shiu. Also, when he hits level 11 and gets the upgraded...
Oh, we got the root coming down, and now Career's in a lot of trouble. He's just eating shots to the face, has to flash away. And it is all blocks there. This carry was trying to make things interesting with Smash in the front line.
Yeah, Smash getting some good damage back and also blocking all the shots. Doing some more here.
Smash is just so good at Ezreal.
Yeah.
It is one of the champions that he first made his name on.
Ooh,
Gott, dann ist so rough.
yeah, saving
Aber einfach nur ein paar gemiste Mantra-Qs, einmal gegankt.
has just hit level 11 though.
Showmaker doesn't have flash still, so I think he just dies
Er ist tot.
somehow save him as Faker holds the Emperor's
Dieses Game ist so gekocht.
very intelligent there as he's able to keep Lucid out.
Dieses Game ist so gekocht.
Was great because he pushed Lucid away but didn't clip Showmaker and knock him out of the Cataclysm. So got everything he wanted, but Doran right now is so strong. Level 11, so he gets the upgraded passive stats on his ultimate. Also has the Eclipse. I'm worried for Shiwu right now in this 1v1 matchup. He was already struggling. He's just going to be having such a bad time.
Yeah, you can see he's trying to bait a fight here with Lucid going up top, but you know, part of the reason why Lucid has so much farm is because he hasn't really been able to affect any of these lanes. Like, he hasn't been able to get up to the top lane when Doran was getting aggressive. The Orianna's just kind of been by her lonesome, getting ganked by Ambessa. And bottom lane, we saw what happened down there. So, Lucid just kind of farming this one out.
I think once Doran gets his ult cooldown and Hex Drinker cooldown, which are coming up, if he sees an angle, he will just take that all in.
Yeah, 4 seconds until that happens. And,
yeah,
yeah.
that is the matchup now, so...
I think he can kill him under turret as well. And
I think he thinks that too.
There it is. He's still gonna go for the trade.
Bro, der ist gedived.
And I say trade, but he's looking for the kill.
Der ist gedived.
Does get Doran, and the equalizer comes down.
Ist das krank. Oh mein Gott, okay.
Does get him at
Ich wollte gerade sagen, er dived ihn ohne Ulti.
and Doran
Okay.
steps. He was very strong, but now he gives a bit back to Shiyu.
I think he was just listening to us hype him up a bit too much there and bought into it. Carrier trying to go for something cheeky here, but won't dive under the tower to try and kill Shiwu. But yeah, Doran knew he was super strong, but ultimately ended up failing in a lot of things in that play. Ended up missing the ultimate, still trying to commit to the dive, traded flashes and didn't get that last auto, and then the shield came up, unfortunately. So, I mean, he's still strong, but you gave a massive winner to Shiwu, especially because Shiwu hadn't backed and hadn't bought. That was a point where he was particularly weak. But a nice way back in 4D+.
Yeah, it feels pretty good for them. Although at the same time, it does feel like just a tiny bit of fresh air when you're already struggling for air. And Doran is going to receive this wave coming in here. Do have the next Drake is going to be Cloud, so we'll be interested to see what kind of soul we get. Still have Ocean and Chemtech on the cards.
Yeah, I think we were talking about. I mean, again, D+'s scaling isn't bad. It's just I think that composition in the later stages, you just don't have the setup you really want. We were talking about them having an early advantage setting up for Soul, but they haven't had control of the dragons. So in this situation, that isn't really their current win con. So it is, I think, less important right now as to what the Soul ends up being.
You see now that Faker is just able to lane against Shiyu as well. And
There's no lane he's
not
having
been
fun in.
Good, yeah. Faker still has that cloth armor, by the way. I do wonder if he eventually just makes that Sonya says
Da holt ihr so viel Zeit raus, aber haben die Damage für Owner?
out of his own cataclysm.
Kein Flash. Okay, nice. Nice.
That's the shutdown given over to Shiyu, who did TP into the fight.
Yeah, and Faker opting to stay towards the boss side of the map, pick up this tower.
And that's a pause.
Pause ends up coming in. Not sure specifically what that was about. Didn't see anything.
Yeah. Generally, Wolf was the guy that was getting all the pauses and stuff, but today it's Ox. Looks like a Smash issue.
He still had his drink in his hand, so we know he didn't spill his drink all over the keyboard.
Yeah.
He also didn't stand up and run towards the back of the stage, so we know that it wasn't a toilet issue.
Yeah.
Right? So that's
No toilet issues this early
two
in the
things
game.
we've ruled out.
Oh,
already.
okay.
Good investigation work here.
Yeah. If you're
does-
gonna do the toilet issue, do it before the game starts.
Wie viele Bans gab es gegen Carrier? Ich bin mitten im Draft gekommen.
Or
Ich könnte es ja nicht mal sagen.
don't do it during the game at all.
Ideally, yes.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Major calls.
we let some players do it, and then other players are like, hey, I could potentially utilize that as well.
Yeah. It does seem like a technical issue. based on the fact that
Was macht mein Gnome?
they are looking at settings on the computer.
Was macht mein Gnome?
Maybe they're logging into Skype. You never know. I mean, we can't see what's happening on the computer. Although I actually...
Den kriege ich nicht. Oh, der greift mich an? Nee, den kriege ich nicht.
Am besten greifst du immer den an, den dein Pet angreift.
Okay, ja, aber ich bin hier gerade tatsächlich ein bisschen problematisch. Oh, mein Pet ist gestorben, Fana, ich sterbe.
Dann lauf. Denk an dein Geso.
Geh so.
Denk an deinen Mars 4. Nimm dein Geso.
Ich sterbe. Oh mein Gott.
Das
Oh mein Gott.
Du warst auf 1% Keyword. Du warst auf 1%
Ich war auf 1%.
Oh mein Gott, du warst auf 1%.
No, but it was a good play for them, so it worked out fine. Not too much of an issue.
Are we? Yes. Yes, we are back in the action.
Faker's just farming bot lane, picks up the tower in return.
Hallo, Wookie.
An aggressive play by T1 on the top side, if you're not going to commit the members, is just going to backfire. And she went out up in levels against Doran. It really was a major fumble when Doran had such an edge in terms of where he was in the game over Shiwu to have sort of misstepped in that dive. I still think he is stronger. But you can see he's a lot more cautious now that Leandries has come in from Shiwu and that level advantage.
Well, Doran ganked for Faker. So now Faker has to gank for Doran. That's just the way it works.
Das ist ein gutes Lane-Setup. Honestly, Equalizer drauf. Ja. Aber ein guter Gank. Honestly. Plus, du hast TP ab noch theoretisch auf Doran. Das ist schon gut. Der ist schon sehr gut.
And now Faker picking up another turret on the top side. So T1 just getting gold across the map. They didn't get that Herald, but you know, what do you use the Herald for? Taking towers. So if you're just going to take the towers anyway, I think you're pretty happy. Dragon going to be seemingly taken here.
Yeah, no, Emperor's Divine. Showmaker not in a good spot here against Doran. Is just running him down. The Orianna's like, oh god, get me out of here. Yeah, and with no Showmaker, that's a Dragon over to T1. And it's Chemtech Soul.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Okay. Faker does not have his Emperor's Divide, but he's taking that very
What the fuck?
trade. The team is following up, but
What the fuck? Und auch der Sonja ist auf 1 HP. Und er kommt raus. Are you serious? Todesunserious.
Aggressive play from Faker in T1.
Crazy that Faker ends up living there, getting a lot of values out of the secret.
Ja, wirklich crazy.
In that passage of play, but very aggressive considering he didn't have the Emperor's Divide. And it's just a 1-for-1 in terms of junglers, but now Kerry and Pei is able to pressure this tower with the map pressure that fight bought. 3,000 gold lead for T1, they have 2 dragons in pocket. Is the Chemtech Soul crazy value? No. It's
good for Ambessa.
It's good for Ambessa, but it's still one of the weaker souls, but they'll take the game state as it is.
Uh-oh. I feel like Showmaker maybe could have finished that back, but instead has to...
Yeah, this Ambessa is a menace.
Yeah.
We are seeing right now. The replay here, so Faker goes super aggressive to try and set something up here with the root onto Career, but Career dodges it with the Shirley's movement speed. He gets rooted. Look how low he is when he's... I don't know what his health was in that moment. But Flash is out, able to disengage. Owner just survives, and then he ends up going down.
Hallo, Jamo.
Flash from Smash. Gets picked off there.
Ja, der Asi ist komplett OP. Der Asi ist komplett OP. Ich weiß nicht mehr, ob er Shadow Flame oder Sonja Second geht. Beides wäre gut. Deren Zone Control ist so insane jetzt.
The Seeker's Arm Guard from Faker.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, if you get a favorable play, if you have a 3,500 gold lead now, you're not complaining.
I mean, that's part of the reason why a lot of our pro teams here at the LCK don't take crazy aggressive trades, because sometimes they can be risky.
Oh, yeah. Oh, weia. Oh, weia.
Avoiding the root kind of just gets carried.
Oh, weia.
Lucid. Nice to punish that one.
Yeah, trying to set up on the Karma when the Karma's... You don't really have the follow-up damage, it was just pays from a distance, and a lot of shielding available to Korea here.
Ja, er wollte ja aus der Terror-Range rauskommen, aber...
Ona's just going the other way. Ona's looking bot for the Rumble, so... This was
Boah, okay, Loki wurde sehr hart verkauft.
just not really on the same page.
Also, fairerweise, er wurde ziemlich hart verkauft.
You really need the extra damage just to blow that Karma up.
Ja, also, ihr habt gerade seinen Javan gesehen.
You just back out of it.
Yeah. Because if you don't have the damage, you just get rooted and die.
As we saw.
Mantra, focused, resolve. What's the upgraded name of that one?
Do you want to know? You really
Yeah,
want to know.
I actually
it's
do.
that important.
Yeah, we have the Soul Flare on the Q.
It's called Renewal.
Renewal. What about the E?
Heal you. Defiance.
It's okay. Nobody's gonna have any idea what we're talking about if we do use those names, but maybe we will anyway.
Yeah. Do you know what the passive's called?
No.
Gathering Fire.
Oh, that's cool.
That sounds like when you have a Infernal Soul Rift.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we have a bunch of ults being thrown out here. By a bunch, I mean phases. And Career does have to...
Ja, ich glaube auch, dass er... Ich weiß nicht, ob es gekillt hätte, aber...
Dodge there on the route. Owner can just get away, although Lucid will follow. Feeling very strong on the Xinjiao. He is quite farmed up. And nearly just takes...
Wie OP ist denn Sau?
Just gonna finish off the kill.
Ich denke es mir jedes Mal, wenn ich ihn selber spiele, auch. Also, das Power-Level von dem Champion ist crazy. Wie das Problem, ja, also Smash hat auch Damage gemacht, ja, aber... Ja, aber jetzt das Main-Problem ist... 1 Minute auf. Den Freund Drake. Ein Flash ab bei Lucid. Kein Flash bei Owner, Flash ab bei Lucid.
So here, Root comes down, ult opens up, and it gives T1 a lot of confidence to move forward. But most of the damage is on the Karma. The last shot's flashed, but to be honest, the Karma's health is a lot less relevant because she can just sit back and shield people. That's all that really needs to be done. It's the other members moving forward. Lucid is healthy, Smash has enough health, and can just play at max range, landing skill shots. So, nicely played by D+. Dragon in 15 though. I said that the soul
Also hier ist ziemlich OP hier. Mal sehen. Wegweisender Teamfight.
Not bad, right? You have a decent amount of shielding and healing on the side of D+, and the tenacity into, you know, the Nico, the Jin. Not something you'll complain about if you can pick some of them up. If you can stack up 4 Chemtech Dragons, it's alright. But for now, it's T1 with more control in the area.
Yeah, T1 last time around, they were able to get the Cloud Drake because Showmaker just got pushed out of the bottom lane so early. This time around, he's able to exit the lane. They're trying to go in on the Xinjiao.
Super deep, oder nicht? Lucid?
Goes in as a big
Okay.
both the junglers getting pretty low.
Okay.
It's Ona using Cataclysm just on the Zinzao, and Lucid held his ult there. Could have burnt it, right, to mitigate a lot of that damage. Said, no, I want it for the fight. I'll hold on to it. And Ona will heal up off the Gromp, but I think lacking that cooldown, you feel a lot better. That being said, Doran just hit level 16. This Ambessa is a raid boss right now.
Minute 23, Level 16, consistently zu hitten, ist sehr balanced. Sivu ist auch Level 16. Shivu. So ein Joke.
Really anyone, he is going to tear them apart, so...
Yeah, the amount of just stats you get on that level 16 ultimate is so absurd. TP coming in from Doran.
Look at Carrier's angle.
He wants to shield, and Carrier's coming on the flank as well.
Oh, he's just going to do it by himself. Showmaker in a lot of trouble, and now Carrier here on the flank. Lucid
Das ist so schlecht. Lucid hat Ulti ab und Flash, das ist so schlecht. Das ist so fucking schlecht.
Still double kill going the way of Pays and the Drake going the way of T1.
She was getting a ton of value to turn that one around, but it's still T1 with the Dragon.
Unreal, by the way.
And it's a 2-for-2 overall. So, ends up being a closer fight than maybe you initially would have thought with how things started off.
Das Rumble ist komplett OP, ja, aber das ist ein Joke.
And we see the replay. So, Carrier's finding this flank angle as a minion, so you're less...
Doran Ulti war gut.
And
Was macht Lucid?
instantly goes for Showmaker here. But that does mean that
What the fuck?
has to use everything just to try and close distance. Doesn't get smashed. Shiwu turns
Rumble ist OP.
and just melts them. Smash is able to retreat and get some damage down as well. And this Ezreal is consistently being an issue. Has picked up the Endless Hunger as well. So insane amounts of ability haste available for this pick.
Yeah, and now Shiu's level 16 himself after picking up a bunch of damage in that last fight. You can see the top damage dealt does go the way of Smash and Shiu.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, he was doing a lot to Doran in the lane, but also we just saw what he's able to do in a team fight. So a lot of power with these two damage dealers, and Showmaker hasn't even really had like a big shockwave. They haven't been able to set that up. It's one of the things we keep on harping about DK's comp, but you know, if he hits a big shockwave and they can actually layer damage, DK absolutely can win a fight in a big way.
You see, Mortius picked up there for Doran. Did go magical footwear and hasn't upgraded the boots, so he's just like fully invested in completed items here. This Ambassador very scary still, and as we saw in the last fight, a big problem. It's still a gold lead for T1, they're one away from Soul, and it is the Ambassador who's going to benefit mostly from that Soul if they get it, so a scary prospect to deal with. And also, has kind of gotten through that power trough when you go Ghost Blade, Rapid Fire, and you just feel like you're doing not much. Has the IE now, has that crit cloak as well, so you are critting consistently. Presumably going for a pen item next.
And it feels good to play Jhin into this comp before we get into like Game 3, Game 4 of Fearless, where people are just playing any sort of tank like a Sion or Cassante. Yeah, there's not a lot of tankiness on the side of DK.
There's a lot of targets you do good damage to on Jhin. The only thing that's a bit frustrating is playing into Xin Zhao because, you know, if your shots are wasted, you only have 4 of them, and then you have to reload.
Jhin ist komplett OP und Double Sums aber auch. Haben ihn Smash auch. Fair enough.
Still T1 with the map control of the area.
Und besser leider auch 3 Items fertig, Mama mia.
Seeker's Arm Guard picked up for Shiwu now, which is a big item completion.
All right, just gonna ult on into Shiu, who does take an immense amount of damage.
What the fuck?
Shiu, I think, just dies. He does use that arm guard, and
what the fuck?
I'm not really sure why, to be honest. And they're gonna give that kill over to Paze. Just trying to buy time.
Wie viel Damage macht er besser, bitte? Der hat Tabis und Seekers gehabt.
I think it's one of these things where it's like, oh,
diese 30% Armor-Pen sind so ein Joke.
I need a arm guard to stall for time. I think that's the theory behind them using it. But from our perspective, it was definitely a wasted arm guard. A roam down from Paze to pick up that kill, but Doran just saying, yeah, I can target you anytime. This Ambassador continuing to be a thorn in the sides, in the side of D+. And now they're kind of doing a multi-pronged approach. Doran's TP is about to come up, and Smash is bot.
Well, they don't have Smash. It is going to take a little while to take this Baron down, and that's really the hope here, as Lucid is the target. They're just going to turn on.
Wow, diesmal geultet immerhin.
We'll see if they have enough damage within that, as Paze holding on to his shots for quite a while, and this type of Baron does do quite a lot of damage. As Baker trying to trade on the career gets.
Okay, aber Lucid. I mean, okay, wenn sie den Azir töten. Smash. Hat kein Flash. Oh Gott. Oh mein Gott. Wirkstoff danke für den vierten. Und jetzt kommt Lucid rein, Shibu rein.
Respawns, TPs, and it's already over. Although, I say that. Doran backing on a ward, equalizer's down, but...
Oh, weia.
Keeping them low, but that's about it.
Yeah, we have Soul in 15, and the respawn
are
a lot better for D+. So we see Shiwu trying to chase them out to buy time. This is really rough because Smash is so far away and he's so much of D+'s power, but the Baron is shredding them, doing so much damage. Look how low Ona starts to get. He goes in onto the Xin Zhao, but it's just getting shredded. And with the redemption damage as well from Korea, they're like, right, we actually have to disengage. We can't do this. Faker goes in super aggressive, but it's a bait. Catches out the opposing jungler, uses that Zhonya's to buy time.
Ja. Das heißt, scheiße, das Ding ersetzt Respawn des Shibu.
That just means he's so low on HP that he'll eventually go down too. It's a very scrappy fight, but now back on the map.
Soul.
Approaching slowly. Faker has a crazy angle again.
Career, where'd he go? He's dead.
Oh.
Stabbed him a couple of times.
Karma, Spieler.
Although Doran does go in, and essentially a zoning ultimate just to push them off of this Drake. This will be Chemtech Soul over to T1 as they continue.
This is so fried, dieses Game.
It feels like Faker is just specifically targeting Korea in these last 2 passages of play. He just is like, I can just bully this guy out. He's so squishy. I can pick him apart. He sees the opportunity the least experienced player on the other team, and he's just taking him off the rift every time. We see now T1 starting up the Baron. Deeple's trying to approach.
All right, they use that combo, but Carrier's got this angle.
Guter Flash Engage.
And that's going to be the end of Showmaker loose and not long
Ja,
for the world
GG.
leader, as the one
Oh yeah.
Emperor's Divide does catch Shiu. And yeah, T1 they bait them into yet
I mean, honestly, gut durch Botlane Gangs gesnowballt.
hit a match for Q. And it's feeling pretty doomed for DK in
Gut durch Botlane Gangs gesnowballt und dann eine Toplane Plays.
take the Baron.
Der eine Toplane Play auf Rumble mit Azir war gut.
Oh, career.
Oh, not again.
Think he's no, he's not okay.
Jesus Christ.
He's very not okay.
He is paper. He just gets decimated. Anyone looks at me, he just dies, if we're being honest. Not having
Wir sterben soll gar nicht. Gar nicht. Die haben keinen Threat mehr.
and I think another
Kein Backline Access, kein Backline Threat.
right now on
Und die kriegen die Frontline auch nicht tot. Also die Frontline in Klammern am besser.
is the only person who's kind of thriving in these fights. He's not able to do enough, right? Because everyone's dying around him.
Yeah.
But you can see Smash able to reposition because he's playing the Ezreal, able to like dodge away from things, able to survive. And then every fight it just feels like
Und da wird theoretisch Ginger und T1 das erste Mal.
Mage is
Playoffs.
engaged tools. Because he is.
He is.
Like Showmaker's low.
Wann genau, weiß nicht.
Oh, he gets ulted. Oh, where'd he go? I don't see him anymore. He's gone.
Yeah.
Shiu gets shuffled in, he's dead. And then Smash is like dodging, he's dipping, he's diving, he's repositioning. It's not enough, you know, he doesn't have the damage to cut through, especially you
Der geht auch Shojin und nicht Ding. Der geht Shojin nach Endersanger statt Cyril das. I mean,
most impact on Ambessa,
Wow.
also on Jarvan.
sucks.
It's just making the front liners bulkier, so it's going to make Smash's job
Wie
harder.
sieht Genji aktuell aus? Hat T1 eine Chance? I mean, Genji sieht sehr gut aus.
He doesn't have any,
Genji sieht sehr gut aus, as always.
you know, the GA on the
Dass mir bei BG gequittet ist, war nur kurz.
Even
Ist
though
wieder
he
back.
doesn't have that much armor in his build,
Ist wieder back.
just the base armor from being level 19, nearly level 20, and the plated steel caps is going to make him pretty tanky. Level 20, yeah. It's
To
a
level
problem.
17 of Shiu. This game has very much gotten out of control, and Doran this time says the dive will work. Although, it doesn't look like it's working. He does push Shiu off of the play, who still has his equalizer, but
The problem is the whole team moves up to help, which
Yeah.
you can understand a natural reaction, but it means that bot ends up getting clapped on. Now they're going for a TP flank.
yeah, they got to do something.
Ja, der Play ist halt ein bisschen zu spät, ne?
Clone. That equalizer pretty good though. The zoning, Pop Blossom going to help.
Kein Son jetzt bei Shibu ab. Oder nicht gekauft noch.
And Owner, it just feels almost unkillable. He's going to stick in the
Da kommt Mrs. Balanced am besser.
He's still going. This guy is really
Ja.
actually unkillable. And now Baker going to force the flash out of
Chi.
And I think it's only a matter of time before we get a 1-0 scoreline for T1.
Yeah, I think that is it. They try to go for the TP flank, and honestly, Doran TP top of the same.
Ja, I mean, das heißt, der Play war ein bisschen zu spät. An sich der Play decent, aber halt ein bisschen zu spät, ne?
Too many. Oh, end the game. End the game. Okay. Honestly,
GG.